All right, what happened today? Um, a lot, but primarily we tested the weekly floor overnight. That could have indicated to us that we were going to push down today. Something to pay attention to. I was not able to watch this throughout the evening, but this is very, very key to pay attention to next time when we are testing into weekly levels and which direction we head into, especially the fact that it was Wednesday night into Thursday morning. But that could have started to indicate to us sentiment downwards. This is a weekly floor, so we're beneath the floor. We're on a weekly positive exposure type of situation. And we had that. We had to push down, and we drove right into this average move zone. There's a lot down here. But ultimately, I know it was a tough day for some people because of just like a tick or two being off. But there was opportunities in between. The issue was that there was aggressive moves to both sides, so a lot of movement back and forth. And so what one can do is play the extremities. If you get caught inside, you have to set very close TPs. So pay attention to that. If you're trying to play inside and not wait for the extremities, set close TPs. I know several people did that. Just literally, since there was such violent big moves to both sides, people were setting TPs very closely. It's about 30, 40 points, which was still really good. So we came down and pushed back up. On ES, similar situation. Go to the 5 minute. Stayed within the yellow box quite a bit on the overnight session. But as I mentioned in the pre-market analysis, I really liked shorts off of this area. And we had that top tick during RTH here to the downside, which was perfect to this spliced imprint. My A plus setup was longs from down here. It did not come, but I did mention this short in the pre-market analysis, and I was able to get it on micro NQ from this last line of defense line. Just some notes to take. This was difficult. It was very, very choppy. I did get chopped out a little bit here and then recovered a little bit, but a lot of good lessons from today. What are we looking at going into tomorrow? Well, dead zone is pretty much normal size on NQ, and this pivot is not completed, but pay attention. We're still into the weekly floor. There's some people who have strong sentiment to the upside, but we're still below the weekly floor, wave 20 daily vector and wave 7 daily vector. So the transition is continuing to the downside. Now, technically, we've already formed an L1 on wave 7 daily, and that helps us to understand what's happening in the larger trend, long term, so that we could position ourselves appropriately in the intraday. So while that is true, I do not expect massive downside tomorrow. As low as I expect is this basically retest of this region of that low from Wednesday. We got a lot here. You can read it for yourself. I added a few extra new things today across both charts, like spliced imprints on the wave 7 hourly. I'm going to test some of that, but very good levels, very good levels. Open states and imprints on spliced across multiple time frames. So I am very, very curious as to how ETH will respond to this, but especially the whole day. If you're playing ETH, set your TPs. Don't bag hold. Don't try to catch the low and high of day. Don't obsess over that. Set your targets. Set your TPs. If we float to the upside, this is going to be problematic because PML last line of defense. So, and on ES, similar situation. These imprints, set your TPs. If we slice down these average moves, not too much downside expected. So if we move to the upside, although, set your TPs. Boom, 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 boom. If it's really aggressive, the open state and imprints to the upside. That'll be very helpful, but I do think we'll be capped around this area. So definitely something to take into account. And let me know if you have any questions. Take care.